everybody, it's Miss Jaclyn
and Miss Marisa,
and we're going to be learning how to make pom-pom animals today. There's going to be 3 different choices, but today we have our bunny and our little chick. Yay!
Always fuzzy. He's floofing everywhere.
Now you're going to get a bag that'll look similar to this, and it's going to have 2 different types of string in there. You're going to have one string it's just wrapped up in a bundle. You're going to have a smaller one that's kind of wrapped around the middle. Looks like it's kind of like a little bow.
Mm-hmm.
And then you will either have 2 or 3, depending on how many Miss Jaclyn cut, of these 12-inch long pieces. You will also have 2 bigger pieces of cardboard. They look like little C's.
And letter C. C is for cookie, you know.
C is for cookie. We also have 2 little ones that go together.
You know, and they kind of look similar in size, but if you look closely, one's just a smidge smaller.
Yeah, there's not
and when you line them up, you'll be able to
Yeah, it's not a massive size difference, but you will notice it enough that you'll be able to match them.
Yeah.
And then also there will be a little bag with whatever animals' little felt pieces for their face, which we're not going to show you how to do because you guys can pick out how you want to do your little critter's face any way that you like.
Yeah, you can even make your own things, but we just provide eyes and a nose or ears if it's the bunny.
Yeah, if you want to do googly eyes, if you want to do something sparkly. I mean, Miss Jaclyn's all about the sparkle, so it's whatever you want to do in terms of their facial features. So I'm going to show Miss Marisa how to get started for making the pom-pom. So you're going to need your 2 large pieces of cardboard, your C's, and you're going to need to have them together so they're kind of matching in size. You're going to take the string that is in a bundle that's not wrapped up, and you can unravel it, and there should be a good amount. And now you're going to start by wrapping it around you don't have to get to the end of the C.
Okay.
You just have to make sure that you wrap it so that it doesn't come undone on you.
Yeah, let me go from the inside here, maybe. Or maybe from the end. That makes the most sense.
That works.
And then I'm supposed to leave a little tail, right?
Yes.
Like a little extra?
Or actually, you don't have to leave the extra until you've finished wrapping it.
Okay.
So that part, you can actually wrap that tail into your bundle.
Okay.
So kind of wrap it in so it's not coming off.
Like tuck it inside.
Yeah, tuck it in, yeah.
So I can kind of go over it.
Exactly.
Okay.
And then once you start the process, as you can see, Miss Marisa's able to just keep wrapping her C. And it doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be perfectly spaced out.
Does it matter if I do it tightly or loosely? Does it matter?
It's better to do it tighter.
Okay.
As tight as you can.
Yeah. Without crushing your cardboard, of course.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because the cardboard, the cardboard helps as it's kind of like a frame for your pom-pom.
Now, is it okay if I reach the end of my C, can I go back the other way?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
You can if you want to fill in some gaps.
Because I don't want to get too far on the end of my C.
Yeah, it's better to leave some space on the ends just because you're going to need that for when you start cutting your pom-pom.
And you want to hold it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So if you want to do a double layer, that's why I cut you enough string to be able to or enough yarn, to do that.
Okay. Is that tail long enough?
That's good.
Okay. About an inch and a half,
yeah,
maybe?
about an inch of a tail left.
Okay.
So the next part is going to be the hardest part of this, which we will do a more close-up for you so that you can see it even better. You'll notice that you can actually pull apart your cardboard, and that there's a reason for that. There's a reason why we did 2 together, because what you're going to do is you're going to take your 12-inch piece. So Miss Marisa has a yellow piece to go with her chick.
Okay.
You're going to start by threading the 12-inch piece kind of in between, so you can hold your C upside down like this so that the 2 ends are up, and you're going to want to thread it in between the C's.
Like sandwich it in there.
It's like a sandwich, yes.
And then I can sandwich it on both sides?
You can sandwich it on both sides. You might not hold on to one side versus the other.
We'll see.
Whichever end has the tail is probably going to be the best end to start with.
Okay.
And you're going to want to keep the C kind of the length of your string. You're going to want to keep it hanging out. You don't want it to be too short because then you might accidentally cut it while you're doing it. It's just not going to be as effective.
So keep it like
that. That's perfect.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so now the next part is the part where you really have to pay attention. So you need to hold on. You're going to be still holding on to your tail.
I can flip my C now.
Yes, you can flip your C.
Okay. Holding on to my tail.
And you have your C kind of upside down. And now you're going to need scissors. But you're going to want to do this process slowly, because if you go too fast, you might accidentally drop before you're able to completely wrap up your pom-pom, and then you might have pieces. But you can still fix it, but we just want to make it a little bit easier for you. So you can start to separate the cardboard
with the scissors.
And you can start trimming in between with your string. Now, Miss Marisa can stop right here.
Okay.
And your best bet, because if you left it like this and didn't and kept cutting, you would start to not be able to hold on to it.
Right. So see, I'm holding on with my thumb to all the pieces, and in the back with my other fingers to keep it in place.
So it's a lot to hold on to. So what you're going to want to do is, as you're trimming it, you're going to want to push it down the cardboard. And as you push it, you can also pull that 12-inch piece that's sandwiched in between your C's. You're going to want to pull that with you.
Yeah.
And that way, you're still holding on to everything. And if you ever feel like you need to pull it down this end as well to kind of make it tighter, that's fine too. Because what'll happen is, if you let go, you'll have little pieces of your pom-pom come off. If that happens, that's okay. You can just put it back on.
Like if you lose a piece, you'll just have a piece like this, and you can just, I lost 2 pieces. You can just feed it back through your C.
Exactly.
So
and the thing is you don't have to worry about length, because when we get to the end of making your pom-pom, you can trim it. Yeah. So if there's extra that you want to trim, you can give them a haircut. So
yeah, because I think this piece that came off was maybe my start piece that was a tiny bit longer. Remember the one I tucked under to begin with? So I can always trim that later.
Exactly. The trimming part is not an issue. So you're going to keep kind of going with your pom-pom. And again, take your time, because the more you take your time, the less you have to worry about your pom-pom not cooperating with you. Miss Jaclyn had to do this a couple of times before I was able to actually do it successfully, so don't feel as though you're, it's taking too long.
Well, and the good thing about this craft is once we provide the cardboard for you. If you needed to restart or try again, whatever yarn you've got at home you can use. You can make more of them. You can make a whole barnyard if you'd like.
You can make any kind of pom-pom animals that you like in any theme.
I think the tricky thing is just watch out for your 12-inch piece, the one that's sandwiched in there. Don't cut that.
Exactly.
Till the end, maybe.
Now, Miss Jaclyn, my piece, I have now cut all of my pom-pom. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to pull. I'll wait till Miss Marisa's ready.
Yeah, let me cut the end of my pom-pom.
So that she can do it with me.
Always be careful with scissors, of course.
Yes.
Ask the grown-ups permission before if you get out like sharper scissors. These ones are a little sharper.
Now, once you have it towards the end, and again, what Miss Marisa's done is exactly what you want to do. You want to kind of push everything towards the middle, because that'll make it easier for you to hold on to everything.
Kind of holding it like a fan, right?
Exactly. And tight, so you can hold on to it. Now, what you're going to do is you can pull the 12-inch piece that's from the one end, and you should have 2 that meet in the middle. So what you're going to want to do is, while you're still...
Oh, I missed a part to cut. Hold on.
Oh, that's okay.
I didn't cut it quite through all the way. There we go.
Now, you're going to want to, still holding on to everything, you're going to want to tie a knot with your piece in the middle, and you can actually kind of let go once you have done the first knot.
Right.
So I'll let Miss Marisa do that.
Is it maybe it's a good idea to set it down on the table?
You can set it down. That's less likely for it to go, everything to come unwrangled or unwrangled.
Untangled.
Untangled. Yeah, there we go.
But I mean, if you have a chick, you might have to wrangle it anyway.
That's true.
It's a chickie.
Yeah, exactly. And this bunnies, they don't like to sit still either. So.
Oh, you know what I did?
What'd you do?
I made a little boo-boo. Those 2 pieces that I put back into my C, they didn't make it under the 12-inch piece.
Oh,
So they
yeah.
didn't get in the pom-pom, which is okay. But just remember, when you're putting them back in your C, if they fall off, you want to get them under the part that you sandwich in.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now, once you've done one knot, what you can actually do is you can actually pull the C's off
Oh, okay.
because you've done one knot. So it's good, but you're gonna also want to do another knot in the middle.
Oh, and it makes like a little bundle.
It looks almost like a
Like a little haystack.
little haystack.
If you got a chickie. I don't know what yours looks like.
It kind of looks like a haystack or a stack of branches.
There you go. Yes, a twig.
But
twig
once
stack.
you've done 2 knots that are nice and tight, you actually have your pom-pom. Now, it might look silly at first, but that's okay. Because what you're going to do is you're going to trim your pom-pom, and you have to fluff it too, because, it's not...
These are animals. They're fluffy.
Exactly. Now, also, you can choose, after you've mastered your first pom-poms, if you want to do a larger pom-pom, if you want to do a smaller pom-pom. You can do any size pom-poms that you like. You just have to have the forms to do it.
It makes a good hacky sack too.
Because when I made these original C's,
I'm gonna get in trouble for playing with my crafts.
that's okay, Miss Marisa. When I made these original C's, I used bottle caps of different sizes to be able to create. So if you, for example, wanted to do an even larger pom-pom with more yarn so that it's really thick, you would just
really
have to...
fuzzy one.
Really fuzzy one.
Yeah.
You would just have to find something that has a nice circle for you to trace. Maybe you're going to do a 2-inch or a 3-inch. I will say that, they do have pom-pom makers at stores and everything, but this is to show you that you can make pom-poms without all of that, with just cardboard.
That wasn't that hard, If you once you cut out your cardboard C's, really, I mean, yeah, you can do all kinds of sizes. You can make them really fluffy. Doesn't your mom make some?
My mom does make some
for the baby's room.
She did, but she actually used one of the pom-pom makers that you can buy, like at Michael's or Joann's, which are fun too. But I just wanted to show you guys that all of these kind of art projects that we do, especially for us older children, that these are DIY. So these are things that you can create your own template for.
Tweens, this is all you. You can totally do it. And then I take it, Miss Jaclyn, that when I'm ready to make the head of my chick, I use the smaller C's and do the same technique.
Do the same exact technique to make the head, and then once you have your head, then I will recommend using hot glue to attach your head to the body, because...
Well, I bet you could also use maybe tacky glue, or could you, if you used liquid glue, could you just kind of like put a pile in there and then it and then not touch it for a long time?
Yeah, if you do it that way, the hot glue is going to be your best bet if you want to do it quickly.
Right.
If you want it, if you have time to leave it to sit for a while, then you can definitely do glue, but make sure you put a good amount, because it will be difficult to attach.
Yeah, and it's gonna, some of your pom-pom strings might kind of stick together, so if you have a grown-up to help you, the hot glue might be the better option, or a little bit of tacky glue if you have it. The thing is, they make those low-temp hot glue guns, and if you're a tween who really likes crafts, you might want to check with your grown-up and see if they would let you use the low-temp hot glue gun, because you can't hurt yourself that badly on them, but you just want to be careful is all.
Yeah, and I will say, like we were talking about earlier in our video, you could make an alligator, you could make whatever you like, kind of
Oh my gosh, a fuzzy alligator.
fuzzy
Can you imagine though, like doing different sizes till
Yep,
you get down
make,
to his tail?
You could even make a snake pom pom animal.
Yeah.
And Miss Jaclyn, when I did this craft, I found yarn at the Dollar Tree. So yarn is really inexpensive, and this is really nice, fluffy, soft yarn. So you can find all kinds of colors, and so it's definitely really fun. Once you get into it, guys, you're gonna be making pom poms all the time.
Yeah, because I mean, see like how cute, like the difference between Miss Jaclyn's chick and Miss Marisa's first pom pom. She did a lot of trimming, which makes it like kind of fill out a little bit more.
It might like, see my one right now, the one I just made on the video. He's a little bit kind of like scraggly, but the more you trim it, the more it looks much more full.
Right.
Like our little bunny friend here.
Just don't forget though, you can trim, but you can't put it back.
Exactly.
So just don't over trim too much. Just do a little bit, have a look at it, do a little bit
and
more.
then
It's like a haircut, but also
exactly. And if you feel like your bunny or your chick needs another pom pom on top of it instead of 2, you want to have 3, then you can do that as well.
You could make a snowman.
Exactly.
Oh my gosh, not a yellow snowman. We don't go near yellow snow. That's bad.
Yeah, this craft is really, once you learn the technique of doing your pom poms, it's very open ended. You can be as creative as you like with your pom pom critters.
And you can put eyes on there. You can put the little beak or the ears.
Yeah, Miss Jaclyn's bunny's got very large eyes, but you don't have to do large eyes like that.
It's a surprised bunny.
He is a little surprised.
Yeah, we give you some eyes and different pieces, but like you said, if you want something, or if you want them to have square eyes or something like that, you could trim them and kind of make it your own.
And also keep in mind, the only thing that isn't in this bag right now that will be in the bag that you get is there's going to be a little sheet, and it's going to have a link to this video, but it will also have a link to a YouTube video and an eHow link that are both the same, but it depends on how it's easier for you to visualize it, whether you do better with pictures from the description or if you do better with like a YouTube video. I wanted to give you guys plenty of options in terms of seeing how we do it. And then of course, the video that we just did together, it might be a little bit different from the other video. Because we all find the technique that works the best for us. So I just wanted to give you guys plenty of options.
Yeah, the eHow is more like written instructions.
Exactly.
So
and their video,
that's an option too.
And their video is great, but it doesn't show you all the little intricacies. Like I had to explain to Miss Marisa about holding on to everything really tight. And so again, a lot of that I wanted to show you in this video so that you would have an idea of how to do that.
Yes.
So have lots of fun making your pom pom animals, and don't forget to show us pictures of how they turn out. We would love to see.
You could win the Stuffy of the Week.
Exactly. We're super excited to see what you guys create. So see you guys next time.
Bye.